Hello, it's Emma with your Tarot and Oracle reading. I've just noticed the Magician on the top of the deck, which is amazing. I recently started a series called Tarot Tidbits, where I'll be going through all the major arcana of the deck, talking about kind of the symbolism, what they mean, and some extended messages for you as well. So if that pops up on your feed, please do have a read. There may be a message in there for you. I haven't been posting videos this weekend because I've been away in Yorkshire with my family, and it was an interesting and very testing time. Now, funnily enough, before I went up, I actually got a fortune cookie from somebody, and the fortune cookie said, "You will pass a difficult test." And when I say that the testing was immense at the weekend, I felt a lot of old belief systems, a lot of old habits, a lot of old thoughts rising to the surface to be dealt with. Certainly a lot of triggers for me that would have really put me in a bad space in the past. This Magician, though, tells me that the transmutation is happening. We're stepping into co-creation, okay? And we're deciding for ourselves what our lives are going to be like. And this may include walking away from things that do not serve us, and not over-identifying with things that put us in such a negative energy in the past, okay? You can have close friends, you can have close family, and still there may be a marked distance between you, between your ideology, between the way that you see things. And the trick here is to not identify with that distance, okay? Not everybody is supposed to understand what it is that you're doing. Not everybody is supposed to understand your path. But the point is, the right people will find you. Once you step into that power, once you stop worrying actually about what the people who have been around you your whole lives think of you, that is when the magic starts to happen, okay? That is when you become the co-creator. So let's get some more on this reading. Let's get a bit more information for you. What is it that you need to know? What is it that you need to hear currently? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Okay, we have quite a few cards coming out for you. We have the Lovers. We have the Fool. Oh, I love this. We have Judgment. We have the Tower. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So this collective that I'm speaking to comes from a very tumultuous past. You are coming from a string of tower moments, of the foundations that you have built previously being destroyed. This could have blindsided you. It could have been something that was unexpected. But when the universe, when the universe calls you, when the universe speaks up and says, you know, it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to go into new territory, to pursue this new path. That is, you know, that relates to your inner values that you've realized. There is no stopping it, okay? Obviously there is, you know, on your part, you can choose to accept the call or not, but I think that this collective has always been very kind of curious, thirst for knowledge, wanting to seek out the truth, okay? And so when this judgment call came in from the universe, when you began to receive the signs, when you began to get the upgrades, the downloads, that showed you what was wrong in your life, that showed you, that could have actually quite adeptly illustrated why these tower moments kept happening. At first it rocked you. At first you noticed what you would lose in forging out on this new path, okay? But I feel that since then, stepping into this Magician energy, we have left behind the disorganization of the Fool. The Fool's a brilliant card. It talks about new beginnings. It talks about kind of not being afraid to kind of march to the beat of your own drum and follow whatever path it is that is calling to you, okay? However, the Magician doesn't really have focused intention. And as he goes from the 0 to the 1, the possibilities that the Fool has imagined for himself, he sees all potential futures that are available to him, okay? And that's why he's so happy. He knows that the sky is the limit. If you see, he looks up to the sky, he knows that the sky is the limit. But the Magician has honed in on the specifics, okay? He's honed in on what it is specifically that he wishes to make tangible within his reality. And he's now able to actually progress forward within this new reality that he wishes to create for himself. He is the co-creator. He has the divine's hand on his shoulder as he is creating this new reality for himself. He has access to all the suits of the tarot. So he has inexhaustible resources at his disposal. And this Magician card really is a reminder that you have everything that you need available to you at this moment to create the reality that you desire, to achieve what it is that you've set out to achieve, okay? Let's get some more on this Five of Cups. Why is this Five of Cups here, please, Spirit? What is this Five of Cups representing? Why is this Five of Cups here? Okay. So, we got the Three of Swords. No surprise. A lot of previous heartbreak. It could be with relationships, friendships, family, work situations. Things that really left you feeling like your heart was weary, you know, your heart was bruised. There may have been a feeling of not knowing that you would actually recover, of feeling that this was it for you, that these swords were going to remain lodged in your heart forever. But the spread here tells me the opposite. We just have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So these previous situations had you very out of your power, out of touch with your emotions and your intuition. Perhaps there was a straight up denial of what your intuition was telling you, okay? And this reading tells me that your intuition was telling you to walk away. It was telling you to walk away from something that was bringing this energy into your life, and that was leaving you feeling like this. And you have made that decision to walk away, with the Hermit card coming up as well. So you have taken on a journey for yourself. It's a personal journey. You've not done it for anybody else. You've done it for your own betterment. You've done it to get to know yourself on a deeper level. And I mean, you've done a great job here with the Lovers and the Magician coming out together. The Lovers is about harmony and union and alignment and self-values, okay? And because you now have this knowledge of self, you're able to manifest and co-create effortlessly with the universe. This may have been a very lonely time for you. Often when we receive this call from the universe, we are led by the Hermit into this energy of deep internal work, deep reflection. There may also, you know, the boundaries that you've had to set to avoid this, to avoid this, and to avoid this, may have actually physically appeared in your life, in that you lost people. You may have lost a lot of people that you never expected to not be there, okay? But there has been an acceptance of this. There is a marked acceptance of this, and there is an alchemy of these negative emotions, okay? Of these, you know, of these spilled cups. There is an alchemy that has happened here because you have gone inside, because you have looked at your own values, you've stripped away the layers, and you've come to a true knowing of the spiritual self. You have been able to move away from these tower moments, okay? And this is the energy that we're currently in, okay? We are on a new path. We are following this path. The 0 to 1 is speaking to me. 1, 2, 3 might be a significant repeating number for you. But yeah, this is very much about a new beginning in which we get to specifically pick what it is that we want in our lives. And we're very attractive at this time, okay? Manifestation work is something that, you know, that you may be really heavily focused on currently, and you are backed by the universe in this, okay? Let's get a couple from the Healing Waters Oracle deck to see what this has to say. A bit more information on this reading, please. A bit more information. What do the readers know? What we want to hear. Okay, we have 2 cards coming out for you. Wonderful. The first card is Clear Waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, and opportunity. Yes. So there has been a lifting of the fog, if you will. We were in a very foggy energy. We didn't know whether we were coming, whether we were going, what direction was right, how we would move forward. And I think despite this, we did keep moving forward. We did keep hope. We kept positivity with this Fool card. We knew that eventually it was going to lead to something, okay? And now this disorganized energy of all of these visions and all of these possibilities has started to organize into clear, focused intention, a clear vision. And we can now take the step into our new reality that we're moving towards. We also got the Wellspring card. This says, what are you thirsty for? Body care and take a breath. Okay, yeah, so this really speaks to me about this Lovers card, really. About actually knowing what it is that you desire, about knowing what it is that you crave, knowing what it is that that really is important to you. What are your internal values, and where is your internal and moral compass actually leading you? I'm getting a sense of the divine feminine, very, very feminine energy. You don't have to be a female. We both have masculine and female energy. But this is giving me somebody that is, this is the Empress card to me. Somebody that is very focused on self-care, self-love, self-nurturing, and knowing that the amount of love they show to themselves is what is going to reflect back in their internal reality. If they see themselves as inherently worthy and they look after themselves and they demonstrate that they see themselves as inherently worthy, then their reality will form around them, and they will receive the same back from those they meet, from those they interact with. The right opportunities will come to them, will be magnetized to them. There is a very clear knowing of the self here. Yeah, very, very clear knowing of the self. Whereas in the past, with the Queen of Cups reversed, we were very much in denial about who we were, what we wanted, what our intuition was screaming to us about, okay? Let's get some from the Moonology Oracle. See what this one has to say. Whoa, okay. We have one for, oh my God. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So we pulled this one previously as well. Expect powerful change. What more can I say? You know, this is a brand new journey. This is a brand new journey. And I believe that you are consciously bringing about this change. You know what it is that you desire. You know what you're going after. And the universe is going to co-create with you in this, okay? What else do we have, please, for this collective spirit? What else do you want me to know? What else do you want me to hear? Okay. We have, your commitment is being tested. So I believe you are very much on the verge of a portal. You're very much on the verge of stepping through the threshold into this new reality that you have been manifesting for yourself. And when we are this close to the finish line, there may be certain things that arise that they need to be looked at with love and care, okay? They need to be, it's like a child, okay? If there was a child that was upset, that was crying, that came to you for help, you wouldn't just tell them to shut up and leave you be. You wouldn't ignore them. And so why do you do that to yourself? Why do you reject that inner child that is reaching for your hand, trying to let you know yourself better, okay? And really, I feel that this is speaking of residual emotions from these very difficult past experiences, you know, that you have experienced, that's put you in a very, very negative place. But you are being asked at this time to release it with gratitude, release it with love. It all had to happen. All of these things that you experience had to happen to bring you to this point. And this is the point of no return. There's no going back now. You've answered the call. You know exactly who it is that you are. The door to that previous timeline, that karmic timeline, that south node has been shut. It has been shut. But at this time of being in the in-between, of standing at the threshold, this is the time to put down any little niggling things that may still be at the back of your head, okay? Because this is an entirely fresh start. This is powerful, powerful change. Because you are a powerful co-creator and manifester, you've realized that you are not separate from source, that you can direct source energy with intention and with alignment to create the reality that it is that you desire, okay? You're very close to achieving your goal. This is exactly what I mean. You are standing on the threshold of this doorway that you are about to cross over. There may be a marked sense of impatience, of stagnation almost. Because of this, you may have been waiting at this doorway for some time, but it is divine timing, okay? There may be things that you have stuffed down so low internally, subconsciously, that it takes time for them to come up. And these things that are arising now are the final step, okay? You've cleared out most of the stuff, and the things that were really low down, that were really keeping you stuck, are finally rising to the surface to be transmuted, to be alchemized for your highest good, okay? And you are very, very close to stepping through that doorway into this period of a powerful, powerful change. Do not give up right now. Do not give up when you are so close to the finish line. Often when we are so close, that is when these feelings arise. That is when, you know, it is almost like a test. I don't think it's meant in such a serious way, but it is to kind of show you where you're at, how far you've come, and you know, to initiate you into this next phase. We also have you and your loved ones are safe. Okay. So there is an element of divine protection here. This is no surprise, considering that you have received a direct call from the universe with this judgment card. And you have answered the call and you're stepping into your magician energy. At this time, you are protected. You are supported in your endeavors. Those around you who are within your energy, because it is a powerful energy, they receive your umbrella of protection, okay? You know, your energy covers a lot of people. It doesn't just cover yourself. And I'm hearing karmics. I'm hearing that in the past there were people who fell under the umbrella of protection, and whether they deserved it or not, they were under that umbrella. They have been released from that, okay? And there's probably people getting lost in the sauce right now. Let's just leave it at that. But you're leaving this behind. The people who are really meant to be with you, your soul family, the people who came here to help you complete this mission, are going to be protected just as heavily as you are, okay? Let's have a couple from the Pocket Archetypes deck, the Wild Unknown. And then I think we'll end the reading there. Give me something that relates to this reading, please, Spirit. Something that relates. What do you want me to know? Okay. We have the Temple. We have the Flame. Beautiful. What else, Spirit? 2 more. We have the Venom. Okay. And we have a Gape. So with this Venom card, I was reading something not long ago, and it was talking about, was it the god Kali or Shiva? How Shiva swallows the poison of the world, holds it in their throat, and transmutes it into nectar, into honey, into sweetness, into vitality, into life. And this very much speaks to me of you, of the kind of person that you are. You are an alchemist. You are somebody that will take any negative circumstance, any negative thing that has happened to you, and transmute that into something sacred, into something that uplifts you, into something that helps you to progress in your own journey. This is a spiritual journey. This is somebody who is very connected to spirit. They are receiving messages, they are receiving downloads with this Temple card, okay? You may be somebody who actually speaks to your spirit team a lot, whether that be through readings that you do yourself, whether that be just in your head, through prayer, any of those things. Currently, you are seeing life as divine. The earth is a temple, okay? You do not have to be in a church, in any kind of consecrated building to worship, to make your life sacred, to make your life a ritual, okay? You are finally seeing that everything around you is imbued with that essence of divinity. And you can very readily tap into that, okay? We also have the Flame card, which is fabulous. To me, this speaks of the creative flame, the creative life force. In my previous video, I said that perhaps there may be some relation to the idea of the internal creative essence or flame being snuffed out, okay? But this card coming out tells me that that flame is very much relit. You are on fire, your passion is there, your creativity is flowing, there are ideas coming to you, specifically because of your direct communion with the universe, okay? With this Magician card coming out as well, you know, he's working directly with the universe to manifest what it is he desires. And I feel that that's exactly what you're doing with this Flame card and with this Temple card. You're using your innate essence, your fiery, passionate essence, your true, authentic self to progress you. And the universe is responding to this because it's an act of devotion to your path. You've recognized yourself and you have devoted yourself, okay? We also have a Gape. I don't know what this means, but we're gonna have a look. I mean, from the imagery, we have a lot of candles on there. It seems to reflect the notion of as above, so below, which would also relate to the archetype of the Magician. But let's have a look just to make sure. I can find it. Okay. Yes, this is very much about seeing things as sacred. It's about fostering a connection with the divine. It says here, what if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. Oh. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. The earth is your temple. As within, so without. You are a spiritual being. This is a spiritual world. Okay. Ooh, a song that you may like. If you're very much relating to this idea of following a spiritual path, moving away from the material, the ego, the physical. It's called Material Boy by Sir Sly. The music video, incredible. And it really, really is the pinnacle of this energy very much. Having this spiritual realization and learning that the reason that things fell apart for you previously was because you were not in alignment. You were living from a place that was not authentic or true. An initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The Agate card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? It says service, reverence, honor, and joy. Yeah, so this is coming into spiritual leadership. This is coming into such a true, undiluted knowledge of the self that you can no longer wear a mask. You know, there is no way. It's impossible. You know yourself well enough. And I don't just mean on the 3D physical level. I mean really what it is that you are at your core, the spiritual self, beyond the corporeal form. And you've realized this. You've taken the venom, you've transmuted it, you've recognized that the world that you live in is sacred. It's a temple to be looked at with reverence, with commitment, with dedication. The flame is lit, the ideas are flowing, the passion is going. You are the co-creator. You are receiving help directly from source to create what it is that you're looking to create, okay? Incredible. Let's get one closing message for you. Let's get some advice going forward. What do we need to know this week? What do we need to know this week? Is there anything that we are working on this week, please? What would you like to close with, Spirit? Give us a closing message. I just love this. It makes me want to cry. It really does. The way that the cards come out, the way that the cards relate, the messages that I get, it's so beautiful. I can't describe the feeling to you of being able to share this with you and to help lift you up, you know, and you're on an incredible journey and you're doing incredible work. The final message that we have is planetary wave. You're making waves. Soul mission, trust the inner call, and soul team. This is it. You've answered the call. This is your mission. You are living in your highest timeline. You are following your North Node. Your soul team is around you. Your guides, your ancestors, spirit are surrounding you at this time to help you with this, okay? And the soul team as well is speaking to me of soul family within the physical. So this new path that you're on, this embodiment of the divine, of making your life sacred, of making it a sacred dance with the universe, that is going to bring in your people. Your people are on their way to help you in this path. There may be collaborations coming up for you as well, which is really exciting. So I'm going to leave the reading there, but absolutely incredible energy once again. Thank you for tuning in.